This podcast of storytellers would like to acknowledge the first storytellers whose land we are recording on today, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We would like to pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. We acknowledge them and other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples whose culture lives on today in Naarm, the city Melbourne. Theirs is the oldest in the world and their sovereignty was never ceded.
Hello and welcome to The Book of War, an Avatar Legends real play. The story of 4 teens seeking balance in a world without the Avatar. My name is Jesse Thomas and I play Minh Fang, the Foundling, he, him, a runaway from the Earth Kingdom who made a new home for themselves in the Northern Water Tribe, hiding from deadly family secrets. And I don't know why Ash is laughing at me already. But
I'm allowed to laugh at
sure.
random things.
Yeah.
You laugh at me all the time for no reason and / all the reasons that I'm making you laugh at me.
That is a bold-faced lie.
Give us your fact.
My Minh fact for today is that Minh can't hold his alcohol because he's a 17-year-old, and no 17-year-old can hold their alcohol no matter what they think. Drink responsibly. Minh Fang's underage. He should not be drinking.
It's wartime. There are a few.
Exactly. So it happens.
My name is Lucas, he, him. I play Tomo the Razor. He comes across as a gentle giant, but obviously there's more to him than that now. How much more? Well, maybe it'll come out, maybe it won't. And a little bit more about him today? Well, no, you already know too much.
Oh. Okay, I like that as a fact. No facts.
Hello, my name is Georgie Hazel. I am playing Nuro. The Destined, they, she, he. Nuro is a child from the strange, foggy swamp and was forced to leave their swamp due to the threat of the war with the Fire Nation. But I don't know. Some freaky things might have followed them out of that swamp, as we can see already. This child is weird.
The child is the freaky thing out of the swamp.
Freaky, I am the freaky thing. I keep talking about this freaky thing, but I am just...
You know, they say there's always a bigger fish. I feel that Nuro was the biggest fish.
Yeah,
and
sure.
the
They just don't realize.
collective sigh of relief from the swamp. Like,
Yep.
oh, that was... Okay, I didn't mean to steal your fact. I'm so sorry.
No, that's the fact.
Okay.
The fact was that Nuro was the biggest fish.
Yeah, I mean, what else could I say? Last ep was intense.
Ooh.
That was, boy.
Yeah. My name is Ted Darling and I play Banji, the Guardian, he, him, a defector from the Fire Nation Army who has instead chosen to use his strength to protect the vulnerable, although he doesn't really seem to be doing that great of a job. He's sort of brought in a very prominent Fire Nation, I was going to say general, but he's just a junior lieutenant at the moment, but a very important player in the Fire Nation Army, and led him right to his ward, who he's trying to stop from being exposed to the Fire Nation Army. So
You win some, you lose some.
yeah, it's fine. Bunji's fact for today is that he clearly doesn't do well in high-pressure situations where he has to play it cool. I feel like playing it cool isn't in his wheelhouse. As a firebender, it's in his nature.
As a Banji. It's
As a Banji.
As a bunch.
Yeah.
permanently
Sweet,
furrowed
sweet.
brow.
Yeah, true.
The
Yeah,
coolest Banji ever played was selling the mat to the Earth Queen.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Yep.
it. Yeah.
You have it in you. You can do it. Again.
Yeah.
My name is Ash. I am your GM, your guiding maestro. That's thanks to Damien for that one. I liked it. It's got the GM.
Yeah, you finally got the
I
GM.
finally got a GM running through, so I'm pretty okay with that.
Wait, what was it again?
Guiding maestro.
Doesn't have the same ring as Goose Money.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Goose money.
Goose Monkey.
I'll go with goose money.
Goose money.
Goose Money.
I'm on that goose money.
I'm on that goose money. Yes,
He sells pillows.
I just wanted to thank you, Ted.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good.
This is why, bending that's to goose money pillows. I just wanted to thank you, Ted, because I've been thinking to myself, I need a recurring bad guy. I was listening to Braving the Elements, which is the official podcast, and they were saying that one of the early things they had is they needed, as much as they could have the Fire Lord Ozai, being the big shadowy figure, they needed a boots on ground bad guy, which is why Zuko came to exist. And I'm like, maybe I need one of those. And now I have one, a very manipulative, very capable firebender who we know goes far.
That was an incel.
So
Absolutely he is.
I thought that Ash was describing Banji as just this, like, super badass.
Yeah, I thought it was a dig,
But
yeah.
whatever.
I mean, maybe you can be rivals in a way. But we'll see how that goes after we've cued the music. As Tomo walks out of this explosion, you can see behind him the pier has been destroyed. It's only a smaller pier. It's not the big one that you first arrived on, but it's enough that it would take a decent leap to get across in any way, shape, or form. So you've created at least a little bit of time, and Zhao sees that. And even in his beaten up form, you see him punch the air 3 times in a really strange pattern, and he launches these massive streams of fire up. Banji, you know this to be a signal. And sure enough, you begin to see pluming smoke coming from around the quayside, which you're absolutely certain means that there is Fire Nation Navy heading here very, very soon. That being said, let's flash back to the man of the moment. Tomo has just stepped out of this explosion. How does he look?
You described him as unscathed last time. Was that the word?
If it wasn't, it was close to. Not a
Yeah.
scratch on him, something like that.
So that's true. On his skin, on his face, he's fine, but his clothes are burnt. Like you see the tears, the cause of the explosion. Like nothing fabric in that explosion, silk particularly that he was wearing. It goes off easy. And
2 things to bear in mind. One, currently Nuro is holding Sooty, so no
animals were harmed.
No animals, no spider monkeys were harmed in the making of this episode.
Monkey.
Spider monkey.
Mouse.
Did I? Oh no. It's happened. We're beginning to blur the animals that are already blurred.
Spider monkey.
Spider
Spider monkey's just a real monkey.
A spider monkey's just. Well, actually, no. In this case, it does have like 6 more arms.
No fan art.
No.
None.
Please, no.
Damien, I've given you a mention. Please don't draw fan out of this. No, Sooty is perfectly fine, and also your satchel full of goodies is fine. I'm going to take that one off your hands. That's a-okay.
I dropped it off at Yani's boat. Like
That makes sense.
But there is a second satchel actually.
Oh, the snacks start flowing
Oh,
out.
well, you know what? You can see through the torn up clothes that at my belly is actually a satchel. So look, it's not like Tomo's skinny, but he's definitely not as big as he first appears to be. There is definitely some sort of a pouch there.
Is this where he keeps pulling all these snacks from?
Possibly.
I look up, and so is the food falling out of you a bit?
Okay, maybe. All right, fine. Yeah, there is a little something.
No! Tomo's made of food.
But I guess if you're looking closely, you notice that there are markings on his skin, like on bits where bit on the shoulder here, or like a bit of the arm, things that where he's normally covered. There are some markings. Like it's still not enough exposed to see exactly what they are, but like he's got something there, and he picks up the pace. Like he, as soon as he steps out of fire, he sort of steadies himself and then just starts walking very briskly towards you, Minh Fang, because he threw you. He walks briskly towards Minh Fang, picks him back up, and makes his way to the boat as fast as he can.
I think Yani pokes her head out. She's like, what's going on?
We need to.
Ooh, and sees like smoke and fire and, ooh, is this bad?
It's bad. We gotta go.
Okay.
gotta go.
And you see her poke back into her boat. I haven't figured out how her boat is powered. You hear her do a pull crank, try and get the motor started. I don't know what. How else would boats be powered at this point? I mean,
I think it's an oar. I think it should have a sailboat, but to when there's no wind, it'd be like we got to roll for it.
You know what it is. It's like bicycle power. I'm picturing Beetle from the Zelda series, and it's like a paddle boat. So he runs down and starts pumping, and you just hear, might need a hand on this one, coming from out the way.
Nuro would like to lend their assistance with waterbending and getting this boat.
I'm
Motion.
going to give you this one for free because you have very recently been
Yes,
practicing.
practicing with the seawater.
I think that you basically it's almost like a rowing motion. Like you basically move the water from the front of the boat to the back and then give it a bit of a push. And yeah, I think that people also see a real resolve of calm over your face by comparison to your usual bending, which is so. Sometimes when I picture, I don't know about anybody for this, like I picture 11 from Stranger Things, like
Yeah, like in the first fight, I pictured this kid just jumping up on the side of this boat and just going like hands up, fingers splayed, just I don't know, just
no, I
very
dig the
much
visual. Whereas this one's much more flowing tai chi, like you're super calm and smooth.
I would say Nuro in general is a little bit more somber anyway, so their waterbending is reflecting that for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really dig that.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you talk about changes in Nuro like that, because I've got something to mention to everybody when we're not in danger. So yeah, the boat begins to move. The paddling becomes a little bit easier. I'm assuming everyone loads on. It's not. Do we need a dramatic Tom Cruise jump onto the boat from anybody?
I mean,
We're scrabbling, we're going fast.
yeah. If is the gap on the jetty large enough that Zhao can't follow us?
In his current state of being beaten up and whatever, no. But I would say no.
Okay. What? No, it's not big enough, or no, he can't get to us.
I don't think he's near enough
Cool.
for it to be a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that he could catch you currently. If he could leap the expanse, which is just probably a little bit too far for him right now.
Is there still a fire on the jetty as well?
Yes.
I kind of look at everyone and I'm like, should I put that out?
No, get in the boat.
But all those
Get in the boat.
To be fair, I think Neuro's already on.
on the boat. I'm just kind of like,
Stay on the
Don't
boat.
put it out. It's fine.
man, you're drunk.
Yep.
As you begin to pick up a little bit of speed, you see. I feel that Yani has the capacity to steer the boat from whatever pedaling apparatus she's got, and she's steering it around to the left, which means that you're heading south. And from around the northern quayside, you see two warships begin to round the way. And as they become visible, you see Zhao launch another two sort of fire beacons up into the air. I picture it like fire semaphore, like that. That's how I sort of picture it. Like the angle and the frequency that it goes in sort of gives a bit of information. So a little bit too early to tell what exactly is being said. Banji, were you Army or Navy in like for the majority of your time?
Army.
You were an Army man. Yeah,
Yeah, boots on ground, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are uncertain then what these particular things are indicating. But you hear Yani say, anyone fancy tricks? Anyone?
I have some rope. And they look like, and I think sort of Min sort of like goes to like jokingly gesture back to the pier and everything. And he sort of sees like the fire on the pier and the fire, and then he sees the ships coming around. And I think it's just very sobering. He's like, oh, that's bad.
How fast can we move, Yani?
You see like beads of sweat beginning to go through because she too has had a few drinks and is now having to sober up pretty quickly.
Whatever she's doing, I'm stepping down and helping her. It's a physical thing, right?
Yeah,
By the looks of it. So
Yeah, it is. Picture like sort of pedaling planks. So multiple people can do it.
Yep.
And you pick up the pace a little bit.
Min Fang, I don't think he'd probably be that effective, but he'll definitely try.
I'm picturing, the tandem bikes when you've got multiple seats. It's the equivalent of his feet aren't actually even touching the pedals, but he's doing it anyway.
He's trying to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to get there.
All right. Oh, sorry.
No.
All right, everybody, strap in.
Where am I strapping to?
Just anywhere you can find a strap. I don't think there's straps in this boat. Just
What's this?
hold on, man.
I'm holding on to Kabash.
Nuro stops the gentle motions and stands up straight and actually starts to move the boat like they are moving a skiff, like a swamp skiff.
Swamp skiff.
So I'm doing the very fast, which in this water,
Yeah, I think that is
swamp bending. I'm swamp bending in normal water right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like the front of the boat lifts up a little bit. Like you're capable of doing this. You've done this so many times.
It's a small enough boat, I think, as well.
I think it is a small enough boat.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that you just start like getting a little bit of speed to the point that you're maintaining enough distance from these two warships that have rounded the way and look like they're heading more towards your direction than they are heading like inwards. But at least at this exact point in time, you're making enough distance that you're getting away from them. The question is how long everyone could keep it up for, because Banji, you definitely know that these will be coal-powered ships, so they can just keep going.
Yeah.
And as much as you've got a little bit of a run, you can't get away from them completely. Like, you can't get away from them forever. Yani says, I think I might know a place that we can go if we've got just a little bit more. If we can get just some sort of distraction or some sort of something, that'll really, really help. Anyone?
I just try to pedal as hard as I can. Like, is this pedal thing? Is it on like the deck, or is it like a below deck? Like, can I still see what's happening around?
I sort of picture it as like it's below deck, but at the front there's sort of a viewport that you can look out from. Has anyone seen? I think it's Mad Max Fury Road, where they sort of walk on the thing, and that's what sort of opens the floodgates and close. Like, I picture those types of planks as sort of that pedaling system.
Where we're going, is it very, you can only head one direction? Like, are we going into like an inlet of a river or something? Or are we...
She gives you that mark and she goes, there is a waterfall that a lot of smugglers use because there's actually a cave behind it, and most people don't know that it's there. So if we can get there without them seeing us, we'll be able to hide. But we need to get there before they see us go into it, or else we're in big trouble.
Banji, why don't you just... I got to Banji and I get my rope and I tie my rope around Banji. And then I unfurl it a lot, and then I tie it somewhere to the ship. And I'm like, go make fire under the water and make a lot of steam. And I just push him off the boat. And the steam will cover us, Banji. It'll be fine.
Oh, well.
Can you swim?
No.
Oh, I start pulling it back in. I start pulling Banji back in.
Nuro helps you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I untie him and I tie the rope around myself, and I'll be like, I'll be right back. And I jump into the water.
Are you going to make the steam?
Yeah, he didn't think of it. He's not a firebender.
You just see Minh Fang over there. It's like, pokes his head out. It's like, this actually is very bad.
No, how deep is the water?
Yeah.
I mean, you're now like out into the bay proper. So, yeah, you're out of the pier region. So you couldn't touch the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I'll climb back up.
I help you with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sort of get a little bit like what have you got in mind? Let's yes and this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's close enough that you can do whatever it is you were about to do.
I'm down in the water.
I take out my TNT.
I feel like I have my AK-47. No. I feel like Minh Fang, he's spent time in the Northern Water Tribe, so he's a good swimmer. And I think he like tries to push himself down and like get onto the surface. And I'm gonna rely on your skills and training.
Okay, I'm ready to see what happens here.
Gosh,
Would it help if you did two hands?
no. Oh,
What?
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 Oh no, though.
Oh no, though.
Wait, what does
8.
it add?
Rely on your skills and training
Passion?
is
Focus though, isn't it?
Is focus.
Okay. So, because I'm troubled, I currently have a -2.
Oh no.
And a -1. Can I... Can I shift my balance to take this to a mixed success?
What does that put you on currently?
6. So I need one more to...
Banji, I think that you get the impression that the rope isn't doing what it's meant to do. It's too firmly secured to the boat. If you were to like untie the rope and hold onto it, and like while you held onto the boat, you would probably give just enough extra. Are you picturing Captain
I'm picturing
America?
Captain America.
Yeah, no.
I was trying to describe this so much without Captain America, purely on the grounds, again, fan art, people being...
That muscle in that
Yeah.
scene as well.
yeah, oh, let's face it, Banji's a thirst trap.
Yeah.
So, yes, I feel that if you attempted to do that, you would give just enough slack that whatever Minh Fang's trying to do, he could focus on better. And that would give you a +1.
You just have to take a fatigue to do it.
Roll to help.
I don't think you roll.
Oh, no, you're right.
I don't think you roll for help.
It's just, okay.
You just take a fatigue and then you can give me a +1.
You have corrected me correctly. It is just take fatigue, which is definitely that flex.
Yeah. Yeah, so Banji strips off like the kind of... what are the arm guards called in armor?
Braces.
Braces?
Yeah, strips off the braces on his arms, links an arm to the back of the boat, and just wraps the rope around and pulls it gives it as much as he can, and then sort of holds on really tight and just knuckles down and focuses.
Yani stops pedaling. Everyone just sounds like, ooh. So you tell me what you're doing, and I will tell you where it's not.
Minh Fang
the
gets
best.
his feet down onto the bottom of the surface in the water, and he sort of he pushes his hands down and he takes a wide stance and widens his legs, and in one sort of clean motion, he thrusts a fist down and then pulls it back up, and just a spike of rock erupts from the surface and puts a big spike of rock just under the surface of the water, so the ships literally can't follow us physically.
Right.
I think with that, the pull of the rope, he just sort of like gets pulled and then starts swimming back up.
Yeah, I think that in this case, you complete this, but it's strange because you've done it underwater, which
Not ideal.
It's not exactly ideal, and you realize that the rope is going away. So I'm going to say it costs you an extra 2 fatigue.
Yep.
To do, because it's actually, and it's almost the cartoon moment of like you see the rope going away, it's like, you like start swimming rapidly, and again like swimming in the spot and going nowhere, like until you grab on. But then I'm not going to make anyone roll to try and pull everything in. You do climb back up, and as
A full 3 fatigue for that one.
sounds good,
Great.
and as you see these boats begin to approach, you do still have that little bit of distance. The first one actually breaches it, and you see the boat rock up and create a very, very small hole in its hull. The second one sort of begins to veer, which means that it's going to take them time to go around whatever this obstacle is, which will give Yani enough time to get around the southern, we'll say it's a peninsula, like a mountainous peninsula, to tuck back in and get to this waterfall. We need a fun name for the waterfall. What do we think? Glowgrub Falls.
Can I just ask, before we get into the Glowgrub Falls, did Banji see any of what happened underwater?
That was Min only did it because it was underwater, but he was drunk enough. Like he was still drunk. That was like, well, that probably. It's like, what did you actually do, Minh Fang? You just jumped in the water.
I don't think you saw what he did, but whatever he did managed to make one of the boats breach. So yeah, that's a thing. Like that's
That's really interesting.
You pull up and you more. I think Yani actually sort of beaches the vessel a little bit, and there's sort of preset foliage. The beautiful thing about Glowgrub Falls is that it's not the grubs that glow specifically. It's actually the leaves and the moss that glows, and as they eat it, they then glow themselves. I think a lot of people have come to like collect these grubs, thinking, "Oh, these are going to make great pets," and then within a week they just stop glowing, and some people can't figure out why. So there's a lot of this sort of moss and foliage about, and I think that Yani sort of pulls a thing over almost like a netting that will just camouflage it. So if anyone even did poke their head in, they would have to properly investigate to see what's there. I think in this moment where everyone sits down and starts, panting and just taking that second to go, wow, that was a lot. That was a whole lot. You begin to realize that you aren't the same people as when you first left Chimps and Big Island. And we're actually going to do a thing that normally happens when you're playing at home. You'd do it at the end of every session, but that would probably bog down this podcast. So I've decided to do it in the old milestone fashion, which means when I think it's appropriate, we will do a level up. Level ups are pretty simple here. Normally after you mark a number of... Is it 4 growth?
4 growth.
Normally after you mark 4 growth, you would get a chance to advance your character. So in this particular case, have a look at the moves that you've got. You get things like take a move from your own book, take a move from another book. As you get later on down the track, you can do a few other things as well. So spending time as the night passes, because you can't go anywhere. You're currently hunkered down and hiding away from the Fire Nation ships. You feel this growth. So we'll go around the table. Or actually, anyone want to go first and tell us what they've taken for a...
Sure, I will go. Yes, Nuro, from their growth, is going to choose a move, Empty Your Mind, which is actually a move that Min has. So I don't mean that I have watched you maybe do this, but you have shown me how to flow and adapt. That's something very important in that, and being able to change your stance and, adapt, basically. Okay. So I think, that's...
Yeah, that's... I mean, that makes sense that Nuro is taking from people more than just Banji. I really like that.
Yeah. So that's growth there as well.
That's growth.
Yeah.
That's growth.
Min has chosen... Well, he hasn't. I have chosen for Min one of the Foundling's moves, Things in Common. When you guide and comfort someone who shares training or background with you by talking about what you have in common, on a hit, I become inspired, and if they embrace my guidance and comfort, they become inspired as well. And I think that's in reflection of sort of talking to Nuro and listening to Banji and Nuro talk and working with Tomo. I think, he's just a bit more like, I actually have a lot in common with these people. We're all going in the same direction. Apparently, we're meant to be. So I think he's focusing more on the things he has in common with them now, so much than their differences, which is probably what he was at first like. Oh, you're so different to me. You're so strange and weird, all of you. But now he's just like, no, we actually have a lot in common, and he's gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah, nice.
What's that move called?
Things in Common.
Okay.
Banji's advancement is I'm going to take the move from the Guardian playbook called Martyr Complex, which means that when I have a total of 8 between conditions marked, highest principle, and fatigue marked, I take +1 on ongoing to all moves. And the reason for this is that I feel like what happened after Zhao and having the conversation with Nuro under the pier, Banji has kind of made a decision within himself that, not to get all emo about it, but it's like his life is not as important as others' lives. It's especially Nuro, and he's ready to go down fighting for this cause. He's ready to put himself in harm's way, which he kind of had already kind of decided in terms of leaving the swamp with Nuro. But now he's really doubled down on that, and he said, okay, I've had the opportunity to go back into the Fire Nation army or, work with someone in the Fire Nation army. I've had a chance to, turn this around, but no, I'm willing to put it all on the line for this special little kid and the people that I've grown to become fond of.
Yeah, I really dig that.
Don't look at me like that. I'm not fond of you. I'm not fond of any of you.
Banji's fond of you.
Tomo is going to spend the time to dress himself. Obviously, he's gonna get rid of the tattered rags and put something nice and comfortable on. And he's going to find a moment where all four of us are alone together. And he's going to say, that was a mess. We barely got out. We need to do better than this. There are people back there. There are homes back there that are no longer going to be there. I did not sign up for this. This was meant to be easy. I wanted easy. But for some reason, and he kind of makes sure he makes eyes with all of you. Like,
I think Yani's there and she smiles because she knows where this is going.
get out of my head. But I care about you. Don't ask me why. I do. So please, let's be more careful. And with this newfound passion for these people, I am going to add +1 to my passion stats.
Oh,
Nice.
hands in! And Yani's like, no one? Nuro.
Oh, if we're all doing it, I'll do the hand thing. Sure.
Oh, hands in. Hey,
Tomo sticks his hand out.
Come on.
And Suri also.
I was gonna
Hand in
say,
there.
Suri.
Suri scurries out, makes her way down Tomo's arms and sticks a little paw into.
Banji almost shamefully sort of puts an arm in on top.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Put the hand in.
1, 2, 3.
What's the team?
Goose monkey.
Go.
Well, that's oddly meta.
We'll come up with a name for ourselves another time.
Well-
It's not going to be that. That's an awful name.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would ever want that name. Surely there are much better names out there.
And goose monkeys, they're aggressive. They are tricky.
They smell terrible.
They smell
They will
bad.
fight you.
They
They
talk
will
a lot.
fight.
Yeah. I've seen one pick their nose before. It's gross.
Awful.
What's wrong with picking your nose?
Nothing.
Night passes with no major worry. You look over, and I think the fact that Yani is very, very relaxed. She is certain no one is going to find yourself or the boat. And she sort of says, "Yeah, we wait just a little bit, and then we're fine. We're good to go."
All right. Hold on. What's happening? Can I just... Tomo, I've clearly sobered up now, okay? We've gone with this strange lady, okay? We just want the map. We just need the map.
Could
Show us the map.
I guess we didn't have a team. I'm part of the team. Team whatever we're called now. Goose Monkey.
What?
Yeah.
Tomo, you can't just...
We needed a way out. She's not going to give us the map. We cannot afford her map.
Technically, you're working for me.
What? I didn't sign anything. Do I get lunch breaks?
2. You get 2 of them.
2 lunch breaks.
2 lunch breaks.
Like for all time?
I mean, anytime you want to take a lunch break, you can do 2 of them at once. Or separately. I don't know. I don't know how lunch breaks work. I've never had employees. This is amazing.
Minh Fang, you know me. There's a reward.
Do I though? Do I?
There's
Because
a-
you just made an explosion and then came out of it like it was nothing. So like I don't know if I do know you.
And you jumped in the water and you came out of it. Let's not... let's stay on track here. There is a reward. There is a reward to be shared, as well as the reward for the map.
Yani. We can't go any further without following a map. So may we please see the map of the avatar to the avatar.
She goes, yeah, of course. It's just through here. And so she opens up, and you haven't seen this before. She opens up like a curtained segment where that's clearly the shop, right? So she opens it up so people can look in, browse the wares. And
Is this on her boat?
this is on her boat.
Okay.
We're
And-
back on the boat.
The boat is beached.
The boat is beached.
Right.
In the...
So yeah, she comes in. She goes, "Yeah, come in," and she starts, tossing things over her shoulder. She's like, "No, it's not there. It's not here. Should we go?" That's weird.
Don't
And
do this, Yani.
she pokes about. She's like, "No, but I checked. Like,
No.
when Tomo went back, I made sure it was." And she looks. She goes, someone's taken it. Someone's what? Who's got it?
Can I do a read on her if she's lying to us?
Roll assess the situation.
Assess this. Can I use my people person? Or actually, no, it doesn't matter. That's just
No, because that's when other people interact, isn't it?
yeah.
This is definitely assess the situation.
Okay, everyone, stop talking. I need to focus.
No, you're rolling with creativity.
You've ruined it. You've ruined everything. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
It's a 4.
This is what you get for rolling with 2 hands. That penny always drops, Lucas.
The copper piece. The
It's a
copper piece is
Faustian
wrong.
bargain.
Yeah.
That's come home.
Give me a second. I need to, it doesn't actually say on my sheet specifically what happens on a fail here.
I mean, I'm just trying to read if she's telling the truth. I mean, I can imagine.
Yeah, you just can't figure it out, I guess.
I mean, she might be offended, I suppose. But
Yeah, so on your 4, you look at her and she is in a state of distress. She was certain she had it, absolutely certain, and isn't quite sure where it should be. And as you begin to look around, I feel that Nuro, you're just sort of meandering off a little bit. This is stuff. I don't need stuff. You're looking through the undergrowth where these glowworms are playing.
I try to eat a couple.
I picture it glowing like a luminescent green, like that glow in the dark green.
Yeah.
That's how I sort of picture it. And as you're sort of foraging through, you see these 2 bright blue specks at the bottom of this mossy part.
I poke them. I find something to poke
You poke,
gently.
and out from underneath this underbrush, you see a fox begin to run. And it moves at quite a speed, and it stops and looks back at you. And you realize that these blue things you were seeing were its eyes. And in its mouth, it seems to have some sort of cylindrical object. And it looks back at you and begins to run almost over the water.
I stop. I look around. No one's looking. I chase after that. I chase so fast after that fox. Split second decision. No one's here to keep me in place, so I'm gone.
Okay, you begin to to chase this fox through. It's going to run like underneath the fall section, and you realize that your footing, you're running out of land to run on. If only someone was some degree of waterbender that could probably do something about this. How are you going to chase this fox, which does seem to be running on water?
Yes. Is there lots of foliage? Foliage? Foliage. So lots of. If it's on this water, is this water like kind of?
There's definitely sort of this moss and lichen
full of-
and stuff around. So
Yes, I would love to kind of water bend the water inside all of this foliage, the moss, the whatnot, and create a immediate path above me so I can continue to.
Oh, okay.
walk. But yeah, run after.
Yeah, you basically just pull the thing off the
Yeah.
off the walls and off
the ground,
off the ground, and it creates this pathway,
Yeah.
almost like this sort of ferny,
Yes.
mossy bridge over the water.
I'm not trying to disturb anything. I'm just trying to create it.
Yeah, no, it's a very natural motion.
Yeah, very natural.
It's just sort of like it's
for me.
It's almost like Whomping Willow style. The tree just sort of bends down and then like lets you go past and then does its thing. It runs out and it realizes you're following it. And it goes, "Woo," and like attempts to go, well, water's not working. Maybe I'll go upwards. And it starts like going sort of up the bluff of the grotto near the water, where the water is falling.
Wait, Mr. Fox, what do you got in your mouth there?
It stops and sort of looks and goes, oh.
This,
It starts like slowly walking back at things like, you're talking to me.
you're talking to me.
Oh, no, it's not talking. Like
Yes, okay.
the look is like, people
Please,
don't normally talk to me. What do I do here?
please don't go. Please,
It takes a couple more like slow steps. It's still looking at you like, huh?
it's above me. Yes.
Yes.
Can I just really gently rise out of like a kind of a whirl of water just on my foot. And I'm just gently rising up to it. Just like hands back, like, Mr. Fox, what's going on? What you got?
It sort of looks at you and goes, and moves to a little space where there's, it's not running, not quite vertically, but there's a little sort of just area you can stand on comfortably enough. And it puts the map down. And you see, like, as it goes down, you see it is the map that it was taking away.
Well, where'd you get this one?
It sort of like gestures with its head like downways.
Do you steal this?
It sort of shakes its head like,
I won't tell anybody, I promise.
and it sort of goes, like walks up to you and licks you and like picks up the thing.
Well, me and my friends actually really need this map here. Can I trade you for it?
It sort of looks at you like, go on.
Well, what do you need? I'm a very resourceful waterbender.
It puts the map down and with its nose, it sort of goes, poke, poke, poke.
You gotta go there?
No, it picks the map again, puts it back down again, like poke, poke.
Okay, I take it.
No, it like as you go to take it, it like grabs onto the map. It's like,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Fox. What do you want?
the fox sort of looks, and I don't know that a fox can sigh, but it sort of goes and begins with its snout to draw. And you see it drawing you see it draw a tower. And on that tower, you see it surrounded by nothing. It's drawn the land surrounding this tower, and it points. It points in the direction which is currently about southeast-ish. I don't know. Waterbenders can just tell. Sure, why not? That's canon now. It points southeast, and it points to this picture of a tower, and picks it up, and mimics putting the scroll on the tower. Picks it up, and it runs. Off it goes.
And it leaves it?
No, it's taken it with it.
It's taken. Okay. I let it. I stop for a second. Like, oh, Mister, where are you going? And let it go. Stare after it for a while, and then look at my feet and the crude drawing.
I think like the last visualization you had
was
as it sort of got to the top of this area, because it was definitely defying gravity the way it was going up these things.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of looked back at you, and you could just see these piercing blue eyes. No irises, no, just pure white. Mm-hmm. No, pure blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks at you a little bit like, sorry. Off it goes.
Bye, Mr. Fox. Oh, no.
How are you getting down?
I waterbending again, just a little staircase. Staircase of water, please.
Yeah. Look, you. I feel
like the kid would just bomb. Do a big
so
bomb.
right. Redcon that shit. I look down, judge a little bit. All right. And I do. That's a great idea. I'm bumping.
Banji's like spider sense style. You just feel the thing prick up on the back of your neck. You're like something, and you hear the splash into the water.
And the like,
Yes, and I think even Yani's like, what was that?
Yani, if you don't have the map, you just have to tell us, and then we can ditch you forever.
No, I do. And the place now looks like a mess.
Is this the map? And I just pick up a thing.
No.
Is this the map?
No, that's a scarf.
Well, is this a map?
No, that's a teapot.
Is this a map?
Just stop touching my stuff.
I'm going to start breaking
Nuro
things.
barges in.
Yeah. Sopping
Yes,
wet.
sopping wet. I know where we need to go. We don't need the map. Don't ask me why.
No.
Leon,
Yes. Nuro,
Yes.
where's the map?
Well,
The map for the mission
here's the.
that we need to do.
I didn't do anything to this map.
Good.
You think I drink swamp water straight from the swamp? No, I ain't dumb.
All right. But you know about the map, clearly.
A fox took it.
Did you just see a fox took the map?
It was a
Everybody-
nice fox. It needed it.
Everybody knows foxes aren't real, Nuro. If you're going to lie, at least make a convincing one.
It was. The whole thing was blue, right?
No, the fox itself was sort of tan, had a nice, creamy chest color, but glowing blue eyes.
It was just a fox. And it was talking to me.
What?
Well, not really. Listen, it has the map.
I know you're not meant to drink swamp water, but you're not meant to drink sea water either.
Why?
Because there's salt in it.
Oh. Anyway. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I know the fox. We might not have the map, but the fox showed me where to go. I don't think we were meant to have that map. I don't think anybody was meant to have that map.
Is this that thing that you did to my brain where you told me that firstly, spoilers, she spoke to my brain. Not sure how she did that, but that,
I look
she
up
did
at it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, right. And it's just a big old wink. Yes, no brains. No brains
No
here.
brains in
And she just sort of puts an arm around you. Still sopping wet. It's actually kind of nice because it's no one ever touches me when I'm in goblin mode. It's just
Nobody- yeah, I'm just like,
yep, just us. Definitely no brains between us. It's all good. So yeah.
look, I know I messed up bad, but I can take us to where we need to go. Don't you trust me?
Nuro, it's not that I don't trust you, but
It's just
I
that's Banji's principle.
yeah, that's Banji's problem. I'm more. Look,
What?
I don't understand you and your whole deal. Okay? And when you say things like I saw the drunk lady.
I didn't mean for that. This
When-
fox thing to happen. It wasn't me.
But I just all right, so there was a fox
There was a fox.
with glowing blue eyes, and I sort of look at the other two, and it took the map.
It took the man
Where did it take the map to?
southeast to
Say
a
general cardinal direction.
it drew a tower. It drew a tower in the middle
tower?
of nothing.
Okay. Tower in the middle of nothing.
Yani, you've been around. What could this be?
You sort of look at Yani, and her face is like, now nothing. And she goes back and once again starts scrabbling through. You just see comical amounts of things launching into the air. And she pulls out a book. She goes, maybe this? And it is...
The Avatar Legends playbook.
Funnily enough, I was going to make a similar joke, but no, not quite.
If your joke would be better, just as you.
No. Yours is great. It is a book written by a young man, a PhD thesis from a man named Zay. Apparently, there is a library somewhere in the Earth Kingdom that contains all knowledge. It's kept by a spirit guardian of some sort that has the answers to everything.
What do you mean that answers to everything?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, we know that there are still a few spirits around. Maybe this is one of those weird things that can't be explained properly. And if we go there, we could find things. We could find things, Nuro.
You like finding things,
I
don't you?
love finding things. And worst case scenario, we'll find our scroll.
Maybe that's where the fox was headed. If you really want that map.
Banji, thoughts?
I want to go to the tower in the middle of nowhere.
I want to go to the tower in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, we both know what you two want to do, but we would like to have a discussion about our feelings and ideas and thoughts and plans.
She moves over to Tomo. It's like, I want to go to the tower in the middle of nowhere. And
Listen.
and goes up to Sudi. Squeak, 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 and squeak, squeak, squeak.
Listen,
Sudi's dancing along. The little hands, and 2 of her legs. 3 of her legs. She's really into it. Still 5 on the ground. It's all good.
there's, as you two have no doubt seen, Nuro is somewhat sensitive to things of a spiritual nature. If
You
Nuro,
don't say.
if Nuro says that a spirit fox told them to go to a tower in the middle of nowhere, look, I can't question it, but if Nuro's going, I'm going. So I say we pack up and we head to this tower in the middle of nowhere.
Zhao would never, ever think to do that. So we go in this direction. It takes us away from him. That's good enough for me. And obviously, if a spirit fox steals this map, it must be important. Must be real.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fine, we'll do the thing where we go somewhere. Oh my god. Every time it's this, every time. I would you know what I mean? It's not simple.
Yes, I know.
All we had to do was go speak to this lady. And now we're going halfway across the country.
Mia, we'll find somewhere to get your hair fixed up.
It's not about my hair.
It kind of is, though.
But it's not. It's just...
I
Make you
mean,
feel
I was
better.
always told to stay out of world events. And now we're just, I don't know.
Destiny has a funny way of catching up with you, huh?
I guess.
Listen to the Destiny's Child.
Listen to Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child.
Yeah. Don't matter how powerful or how far you run, man.
Yep.
It always catches up.
I was going to make a joke, but it was wrong on 2 counts. I'm like, she don't want no shrubs. And I'm like, well, she does want shrubs, and that was TLC. So it's...
I want grubs.
You want grubs?
Oh my God. And we were chasing a waterfall.
We were chasing waterfalls. Oh, no.
I guess. Look, you're right about Yani, at least.
Yani pulls a face like, yeah.
Yani existed, was in the bar, and was incredibly drunk.
Hey.
So I guess there is some sort... Well, you were, okay?
I mean, she points at Tomo. He got me drunk.
You were drunk first. I watched you.
You were drunk after 1 drink?
I'm a child.
I mean,
I'm an adult. I'm a man. I'm a big man. And that was my first time.
Would you like me to fix your hair? Because I would love...
Don't you touch me.
I think I could just give
We're going to the tower. We're going to go through the cave.
We really are going to the tower?
I guess.
You can't go through the...
Fine, that's not like I'm in charge. I will join you. I will join you.
How do we get to this tower, Yanni? Does the scroll book say anything about that?
She has a bit... She goes, well, let's head south because we'll need to land somewhere for 2 reasons. One, we'll need to, this is a cave. We can't, you have to leave through the door. Door? Waterfall? Opening? Portal?
Mouth?
Mouth? Whatever synonyms you would like. And 2, I don't have enough food to feed you all, so we need to stop somewhere and actually get something to eat. So, yeah.
Well, I have a little bit, and I pull out. It's almost like a clown car.
So it was real.
It
was real. You are full of food. I thought I made that up.
A drunken dream.
To a crisp? Do you have any food left?
Oh yeah. They were safe. They were safe. So dumplings, spring rolls, Sancho Bao's, Dumb Sims. Like,
Okay, well, this will do us for
a little while.
a little while.
A little
yeah,
while.
That's fair. Why don't we head south as we eat? We'll figure out roughly where we're landing. I'm going to read this book and see if I can figure anything out from it.
Wait.
Can I have a look at that book?
Can you read?
Yeah, you can't read.
Does it have pictures? I can still look.
I
Wait.
mean,
We were just followed by Fire Nation Navy. I don't think it's a good idea to get back in a boat. They're going to be looking for us in a boat.
would they be looking for us?
At all? I don't know, to be honest.
I was just trying to think of something funny. Would they be looking for us in a different coloured boat? And she sort of looks at the moss and its weird colourings through, and she looks at Nuro and goes, huh?
Mossy boat.
A mossy
I used to do
boat?
that all the time. It works real well.
Okay.
She is a bad influence on Nuro, and this is your fault, Tomo.
No, we're going to try to sneak away in a boat that is going to glow in the dark. Is that the plan?
Well, that's definitely not the boat that they saw leaving. We're fine. Here's the thing. We're technically Earth Kingdom right now. It should be fine as long as we don't go near Natsuo Island. If we stay away from there, then we're fine.
Fine. This is the I swear to all of you, this is the last boat I will be getting on without me kicking and screaming. We clear. I will go quietly into the night this one time. One more time I get on a boat.
Crystal clear.
I just pet your hand. Okay, man.
Okay, Nero, let's get to work. And you see, she starts pulling up chunks. It's like, oh, this is a good chunk over here.
Hold on. I'll go find the best moss ever. I found this lake over there. Oh my god, that's so... I keep saying oh my god, which so brings me out of...
Yeah.
Oh, my
You
spirits.
can say gosh.
Spirits. Gosh.
Gosh. Oh my god.
I need like a swamp. I gotta think of like a really good...
Oh my
by the
bog.
swamp.
boss.
Oh my bog.
Oh, my bog.
That's actually
That
very
is
fun.
fantastic.
He's good.
That's fantastic.
Oh my bog. I just saw a lake over there that has so much moss in it. Let me show you, Yani.
And then you see them trotting off down.
All I'm saying is every time we get on a boat, something bad happens immediately afterwards.
You hear, while you're on the boat, can you put all that stuff away, please? Thank you.
Now I'm a room cleaner. She made it messy, and now I have to go. He goes in there and starts cleaning.
I open up my suitcase of many interesting things and start rummaging through different costumes to picking out Banji. I have something for you.
If it's a maid's costume, I will fall off my chair.
It's not a maid costume.
Okay.
It's discreet looking scholarly robes. Like basically something that would try to hide the fact that you've got a rippling body.
Yeah, Banji takes it and sort of drapes it over. And
Yeah, and he Tomo prepares outfits for everybody. Just basically whatever we can do to look different.
And Banji's also going to look around for a pair of scissors.
Oh, there's utensils around for sure.
Yeah, because Banji wants a haircut. Banji wants to cut off some of his long hair.
I think comically, you pick up the scissors and Yani's standing behind you, and she says, "Those are my hair cutting scissors. Are you about to cut your hair?
Aye.
Can I do it? Can I do it?"
You know, I think this might be like a personal thing. Like, I think it's less about the haircut, more the symbolism. So I think he needs to go like cry about it in a river somewhere, or like, somewhere else.
Nero's found a really, really good little sort of spot. If you want to, it glows. It's all fancy.
Yes, take me there and cut it off.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Anybody.
I must have misread the situation. So sorry.
Nuro, will you come cut my hair for me?
Nero's over at the just waving at the.
I
Aye.
All right. So she goes, "Oh, it's a moment. You go. We'll do a thing. Don't break my scissors. Okay." And yes, you head on over to where Nuro is.
Yeah.
And
take the scissors. Are you sure about this, Banji?
Just cut it all off except for my top knot.
All right, I
And
need you.
this bit at the front.
Which bit? I need you to bend down.
Okay.
And I right his head. I pretty much just got my face and I'm looking right at him. Right before I cut Banji's hair, I stop and I kind of grab his cheeks. And I just... You'll be okay, Banji. Just 1 second. That's all it'll take.
Thank you, Ewan.
And I reach up and swore at it a bit. It goes on a little bit too long, too
You
awkwardly.
don't even cut. You just open the
just
scissor. And you've never
I've
used
never
scissors
used
before.
scissors in my life, and eventually it'll
Nice.
come away, and
Nice.
I'll show it to you. What do you want to do with it?
Banji just sort of, in a burst of flames, burns this hair, and sort of throws it away. So now he doesn't have long hair anymore. He's got a sort of cut up the top with a little top knot, his little top knot, and then the sides are all sort of cut right down as sort of like shaved around the sides. And you'll hopefully see a picture of that fairly soon.
All right. I feel that was a really sweet moment. I don't want to ruin it with anything in particular. Why don't we settle it there that as Banji sort of stares at the smouldering embers that was his hair and was who he was, the boat begins to be prepared in such a way. And you look over and say, it's time for the next voyage.
Let's go.
The Book of War is Lucas Lee as Tomo, Georgie Hazel as Nuro, Ted Darling as Banji, myself, Jesse Thomas as Minh Fang, and Ash Cooper as our Game Master. Our theme song and outro, The Book of War Remains, is by Matt Harrison, and additional sound effect and music is from zapsplat.com. You can find us on any social media at the Book of War Podcast. Go ahead and check us out. We've got TikTok, we got Twitter, we got a Facebook group, we got an Instagram page. You can find us anywhere, so go ahead and have a look. We are now affiliated with Arkenforge. Arkenforge is an immersive in-person tool that combines everything you need to play your in-person tabletop role-playing games into one convenient software. You can build maps, you can play music and sound effects, you can manage campaigns, and you can use their native multi-screen support to provide a player map with Fog of War on a TV or projector. And it's also touchscreen compatible. So go check them out at arkenforge.com. You can use our code TheBookOfWar, all one word, to get $5 off the toolkit, and this code works for the Arkenforge Fantasy Starter or the Arkenforge Sci-Fi Starter products. If you live in Melbourne, Victoria, you can find Lucas and Ash both running Avatar Legends games at Conquest 2023. It's Melbourne's annual tabletop games convention. It's happening in April, I think it's 7th to 9th. Yes, that's right. So go on down and have a play with the guys. They're very excited to be there, teaching people how to play the game. You can register to be a player at conquest.asn.au, and it's all on there. It will take you through the process on how to register to play some games. And yeah, go have some fun and meet the community. It's exciting. The next episode will be out on April 1st, so we will see you then.
Waterfall. We need a fun name for the waterfall. What do we think?
It was Glowgrub.
Well, sorry, I'll do that one again because we can cut that out. I was just making it sound like we were thinking it up on. It's like, what about this? And then you seem like a genius rather than what you came up with beforehand. I mean, we can also cut this part out and say it's Glowgrub. Glowgrub Falls. I don't mind. Whatever.
I don't know, Ash. What do you think about this? Glowgrub Falls.
Oh, now I feel silly. Yeah, Glowgrub Falls. Glowgrub Falls that's a name that works for me. Wink. Definitely thought off the cuff.
Do you want to do another pass at that, and then I can put that at the end of the episode?
I mean, Yeah, we can do that. We need a name. What's a name? Fancy name for a waterfall? Waterfall grotto. Fancy.
Something with G's. Grotto.
Grotto?
Grotto. Glow.
Grow.
Glow. Grotto.
Glow.
This feels contrived.